What is going on, everybody? It is a brand new episode of Crush This. Dan is, the Indy 500 champion. I gave him the best idea. When next time he wins, he needs to bring that glass with milk, stand on top of the truck, and act like he won the Indy 500. Please do that.
I'll try.
But guys, our guest Armando was not able to make it tonight, so we will reschedule with him. But we're just gonna hang out with you guys and shoot the breeze. Dan is in trading card land right now. He's into the hobby. I am very similar myself, but the drag racing side of it. Dan has got all the monster truck stuff and football, hockey, you name it. Dan's got it. But no Oilers cards. A lot of Boston in those.
No Penguins, no Oilers, no none.
What a shame. Let me turn my light back on here. So yeah, Dan, you last week got to compete at the Champaign, Illinois County Fair. You guys and Hall Brothers put on a show, and you got to drive the big black and red Hotsy machine. How did that go for you?
Well, it's a kind of an interesting story here. We're going back in time a little bit. These are the already done cards. I'll put that right there in the corner, and then I'll put this right here.
Evening, Mike.
Son of a bitch. All my cards were in the garbage can.
Oh man.
Dang it. They're like only $1. Okay.
Ew, what's going on, Chad?
So, excuse me. So I got these. Let's go back because we're talking about trading cards. And,
yeah.
I got this from Dave. I forget his last name, but he gave me a bunch of these trading cards here, and the Topps Gravedigger.
I'll pop you up solo so people can see them better.
Another Gravedigger. I guess Avenger had like a trading card type deal. Hall Brothers did too. They had Executioner, even signed by Mark Hall.
Oh, I'm jealous of that card.
I don't know how I got that one.
I'm jealous of that one.
And this one, the 01.
No, the black and the black and white scheme is my favorite.
And then I had some extra cards here. In the pack, but I got some Mopar Magic signed by Gary Wiggins. Rest in peace, Wayne Swozanek.
Yep, Tropical Thunder himself.
But this one's on his tank. Track Attack.
I didn't know he had a tank.
Yep, signed by him in 03. And last but not least, a very popular Gravedigger 2.
Hell to the yeah.
No signature, but whatever. So there was these. It came like a booster pack, and I know I dodged the question that you asked earlier, but I had to show people these things.
Oh yeah, since we were on it. So, but eventually we'll get to your show last week.
Yeah. Well, I went and gonna get myself the pack of these classic son of a gun classic cards that are on eBay. I think they're like between 75 to $99. People full packet, so I want to get myself some of these and go from there.
Trust me, Cheech. I know. Let me pop back up to our. Trust me. I understand when you get into something, you get into something. I understand.
So these cards they're Esley's monster truck cards. Leslie trading cards, 1989, and I have a couple card. Well, not this one.
You had to be there to get that card.
Yeah, what are you saying? Popcorn. What popcorn?
No, he was having some Wingstop, which makes me.
Yeah.
I always want to try it.
Okay, so so there's a couple of these cards here. I thought that was pretty cool. If you guys, so like I said, these have the booster pack stuff like that on it, but you know, like Heartbeat,
That's such a badass picture.
Leadfoot, Nightlife, Torosaurus Rex.
Oh, Mike was meaning that you had Butterfingers.
I get Mopar Magic. Just showing off. Super Pete. Excalibur.
That's badass.
The Virginia Beach Beast. Rambo.
One of your personal favorites.
Mad Dog. Wild Hair. You're right, I don't play basketball because I'm also 5'5" and can't reach the rim.
I'm 6 foot, but I'm too fat to play.
Yeah. Well, we have goals. You can lose weight.
Oh, trust me, I've lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks.
Monster Mash.
Hell yeah.
Bigfoot. I like to know the story about this picture because it's outside of the stadium, and you see the pretty cool rig. See the rig. I'm assuming it's Jim Cramer because he has that set up.
That'd be interesting. That'd be cool.
Because it doesn't say anything on the back. It just, I mean, it says, but it doesn't say anything about the picture.
No, that'd be cool to find out the backstory of that because that's a really cool picture.
So it's just in a parking lot, and is it for McDonald's? It's at next to the stadium. So if anyone in the realm of this can maybe talk about this photo, and because I mean I'm assuming I'm guessing it's a publicity photo.
Can you tell what Bigfoot truck that is?
It looks like 7.
So that would have been probably Jim.
Yeah, Jim had that truck and trailer.
Yeah, so maybe we can put that in. You can take a pic. You can take a picture
89.
of it. And
nope. Correction. The card says 6, so it's Bigfoot 6.
We're gonna be getting to that, Chad. Don't worry, we're gonna be getting to that, Chad. But maybe we should post that picture. You can take a picture that posted on the Jim Cramer fan portal, and maybe get the backstory of that because that'd be cool to find out. USA 1. Fast Tracks.
Fast Tracks. Let's see here. Capital City Monster, which was actually owned by Mark Waltros, the same guy who created Mongoose and had the Rancho Shot Thunderbird Mud Racer. No problem. The original grandma, Gravedigger herself. Intimidator, should have been black. We got some Lone Ranger. Good old Carolina Crusher.
Oh yeah, Mr. Consistency.
Good, a different one, but Equalizer with the tractor tires on it.
That's a cool picture. I've never seen that on the tractor tires before.
Right. The Boss.
Chad, yes, I believe somebody gave these to Cheech at a show, right?
Trade, yeah, for the Losi cards that I had. I had a couple extra Losis and traded
Nightmare
it for 'em.
2.
Giant one, Durliner, aka Giant one.
I always loved the velocity stacks, like the intakes on the Giant. It just looks so
Giant.
different.
Tall Cool one,
Such a badass truck.
another Dapney truck, the Alien.
Which also was at one point Chi-Town Hustler.
Yes.
Cool drag racing connection there because of Austin Coyle and that funny car back in the day.
Cool one here for you, the Canadian Orange Crusher.
Nice. I forget where that was based out of.
Let's see here. It doesn't say.
Okay, if anybody knows where that truck's from in Canada, I'd like to know. Probably like Ontario or something.
Here's one of our guests. He was Mark Willard in the
Terra Duster.
Terra Duster. Rambo Jr. The All-American.
America.
Actually, this guy, I actually have a T-shirt of this, but he sent it to me, and it was Glenn Meyer. He became friends with me on Facebook. Cool cat. Hooked me up with an old Headhunter. Even got the trading card. Headhunter. I'm gonna have him sign it. I think that's Al. Pretty cool. We go with Mr. Twister. Mike Hedman, who's on here right now, knows the whereabouts of Mr. Twister number 2. The second one. We found out that the difference between 1 and 2 is the shock angles on the normal shocks were up and down on number 1 and a V on number 1, up and down on number 2.
You know what we should do sometime when you just talking about Mr. Twister? Because I watched Twister's Revenge recently. Because I was trying to find some monster truck related movies. We should either watch Twister's Revenge or Rolling Vengeance on the show sometime.
Rolling Vengeance.
That was
Then we have Kurt Kramer back on. Thumper.
Does Kurt love Rolling Vengeance?
Yes, he loves Rolling Vengeance. The problem is, Chad, the owner doesn't want to let it go. Mike can attest to it. They ask him day in, day out. Guy doesn't want to leave the area. So High too. This is one of the most heaviest trucks in the late 80s and early 90s, the Iron Butterfly.
Oh.
2021 Hall of Famer also, Holman's Beast.
Just skying it.
This recently just got some on-air time, I guess, by a certain driver that drove the Gravedigger, and he drove in Bloomsburg, and that was this Mad Dog truck. I mean, Mad Man. My bad, Mad Man.
Yeah. Dennis Anderson drove that at Bloomsburg
Mad
one
Man.
time.
Yeah.
And Kid Ray going to that.
Yep. Another one of Kid Rarick. PA Mile Monster. Gotta go out west here. They got some hot stuff.
Love that Jeep.
Star Monster. Master of Disaster. Barely Tame. And the last one out of the group of cards I got, which I'm assuming there's still a lot more. Taurus. So that's it for the card segment. When we do our giveaway, this booster pack could possibly be there.
Also,
What's up?
speaking of giveaways, when I was in Edmonton, Mr. Phil Vicenza, Phil V himself, gave me a giant stack of these things. So when we do some giveaways, we might include some of these. So I got just a boatload, and one of them will be, might give it away, but there's a certain driver on one of these cards that, yeah, if you know, you know.
All right. Bye.
Hey, talk about your show.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go back here because we got a text message. We need Cheech Hero cards. There it is. That's all I got right now. Low C trading cards. So let's go back in time, and I'm trying to think.
So when did you find out you're going to be under the Hotsy identity?
The Monday before. So Curtis and Corey went to Montana for 2 weeks, and Curtis came back for a week, and he just came up to me and said, "Hey, you're driving Hotsy." I'm like, okay, because prior to it, Kurt really has the okay or what he wants. So if he wanted to run Hotsy, that's cool. I would have been in Rammunition. But he picked Rammunition, and I took the Hotsy identity. We learned about that on that Monday. But the week prior to it was the county fair, so we just got the display truck and stuff like that, and got everything going. And so we get there on Monday. Well, Sunday we get a text message from Mr. Brad Shipper. So I'm going to tell you about the whole week, not just the Monster Truck Show, because last week was pretty cool. So there's
Mr.
a lot of
Famous
things.
on Flow TV.
Yeah, We'll get
to that. But Mr. Showtime over here.
So Brad came in on Monday, and the rear left cradle of Against the Grain was pretty much ripped out. The upper. The bottom one was still there. And so he came in. We started helping him out. 5% of Against the Grain as of right now is a Hall Brothers truck. 5%. Only 5%. So they redid that upper 4-link area, and they welded it all together. And then we put the new 4-link bar in, helped him out with the drive shaft. Pretty much like it's a 20-year-old truck. And then we redid helped him out with the bent shocks that he did and stuff like that. And he hung out with us. We took him lunch, and then during the week and stuff like that, he hung out with Adam and Mackenzie, the people that are running RC Fest. They're also employed with Horizon Hobbies, so we hung out with them. And then Thursday came about, and we went, and it was a unique track because we basically based it off a Monster Jam. We didn't hit any obstacles. It was just roundy round flat track racing. And then we had like 10 cars, and we put them in the middle, just like a car pile, like a car pod. And you can hit anywhere you want. It was fun. We had a van, SUV, car stack, and a jump. So we it's hot. It's like an index of 115, 112, 115. It was like do we need to talk about Thursday? We're talking about Thursday right now. And it was the first time I saw Mike walking without a cane. So, you know what? Congrats on Mike. He lost, I think, like 100 pounds.
Congratulations,
90 or 100%, 100 pounds. A huge turnaround. So, anyone give props to Mike. It was a kind of a really cool week for him too. We'll get to that later. Um, and he needs to get sponsored by Chevrolet because he's using their AC like it's going out of style. Sitting in the car, letting the AC cooked. But it was hot. We get there. We get ready for the show. I go for wheelies. Um, to even do wheelies. The truck just we had some mechanical issues. The magneto box that's on the monster truck on our monster truck is kind of close to the engine, and it's out to the open. And we tried our best to clean up because 2 weeks ago, prior to that, we had a mud fest in Missouri for the not toughest monster truck insanity tour mud fest. And then the next day we tried to wash as much as we could, and we thought everything was good. We loaded the truck up, stuff like that. Well, as soon as Tim tested me before wheelies, it just fell flat on its face. When I went in, like, and he says, I have an issue with headlights coming on by themselves. Are they on the auto thing on the lights? Sometimes you put that on the auto thing and it goes from there. Maybe something like that. So we went ahead and we changed the magneto box. It got wet, so it was misfiring, and we changed it. Truck ran, but for me inside the cab, it was cooking. It was making my stomach feel weird. It was just very uncomfortable sitting inside the truck when you are in a. We at Hall Brothers run the same exact fire suit as a funny car and a Top Fuel drag racer. We don't wear anything lighter. We wear the same exact. So I think it's like 15 seconds of if the fire, like a fire or something containment, we have 15 seconds to get out, I think, or something like that. It's very, very thick, and you're cooking like Dustin Parks said. You had to have been baking like a deep fried stromboli. Yes, to the point where I was not feeling very well, and I almost got heat stroke or heat. It was that bad. Like, I raced Brad, and Brad beat me. Parked. I'm waiting. And they say round 2, against the grain versus Rammunition. Click out.
You were out that thing like it was like you were a flash of lightning. It was just like gone.
Jeremy Dishman and Matt saw it, and they helped me out. They got me out and stuff like that. So I went inside to cool down and stuff like that. Well, they were calling me, I guess, and they said Brad had issues going on. So I was actually going to move on to round 2. Nope. My health was a little bit better. Needed to be better. Gave me a good awakening call, and so I'm starting to yesterday do more healthier things. Brad introduced me to this chill system. I'm trying to talk to the bosses on getting one of those for the truck and stuff like that.
Shirts or whatever.
Yeah, that goes through, like, it's on the cab of the truck, goes through the shirt. I got 45 minutes to piss. 45 minutes to an hour of cold weather, which is what I need. Yeah. Especially to get me through, intermission and stuff like that. So I've been trying to get them to do that, but I went into a tent, cold, everything like that. Mark 1 racing. And then we went to freestyle, and freestyle came around. I was the first one out. And I thought I did pretty good, especially for being my third show of the year. The first one was a really tight arena. The second one was a mud fest. And I had to deal with the heat in this one, but I had about 5 or 6 hits. Went off the van stack, hit the cars every which way, and then I left it open for the dirt ramp. Nice.
I live
You
on
hear
a
that,
really
folks?
busy street,
Did you hear
and
that,
trust me,
folks? Listen to that. Remember that downshifting. Rah, 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 rah.
no, it was just me playing with my little toy. That's all it was. Just ignore it.
Okay. So that was it for the champagne show. And then Andy Ulam, my best friend, uh, came over and hung out and went and saw me and hang out. So he wanted to go to Indianapolis, and Tim and Mark and them were nice enough to give me that day off. And I first took him to Brownsburg to show him like the John Force and Don Schumacher. I guess in the John Force at the Indianapolis one, you can't go in; it's not for public.
Yeah. Only
And
their Yorba Linda shop has like all the memorabilia and stuff. Trust
mm,
me, when I was down there last September, I would have gone in a heartbeat. But that it is what it is.
and Don Schumacher is only invite only or not invite. You have to schedule an appointment to get in there.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. And we also saw Cruz Petragon's shop. And so he was worried about, if it took too long, and he was worried about we're gonna miss the Indy, the go to the racetrack. So we went to the racetrack, and we didn't know that the Le Mans cars were practicing at Indy. They're gonna race in September. There was the supercar class and the GT class they're testing. And so we went to the museum. We went to then the track visit. I went there in 2016 for the track visit, and I was able to go on the front straightaway. We were on the track, stuff like that. I was able to kiss the bricks and drive a law on the front straightaway, to park it for them because I was the least licensed to drive those things. And but since the Le Mans cars are racing there, we didn't. So it was a different tour. And this time we were allowed to go on the winter circle and then the timing tower, which is the building that looks like a Japanese thing. And so we went to see Victory Lane and stuff like that, and they showed how they elevated the car. So they brought one of the GT cars over, they brought up, and boom. And yeah, I forgot. So we'll continue on that. And so we go up and we visited and everything like that. And then we saw the cars drove by in the course and racing and stuff like that. And I thought that was pretty cool. And then Andy got a note or a thing that the USAC Silver Crown cars were at Bloomington, which is about 30-minute drive south of Indianapolis. So we had to hit up that racetrack, Bloomington Speedway, and we went to see that. And Mike, yes, I was gonna bring that up, but that was during our topic for at RC Fest. But Mike made two cool posters. One of my first car crush in the Michigan area, and my second one was the Horizon Fest photo with the dust and everything on the background of the truck crushing cars. And yes, Mike, thank you very much. I sent that to my mom and dad. Hopefully they will get it and hang it on the wall and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. It's a pretty cool thing, that little poster and stuff. And I do thank you, Mike, for that. That was pretty cool. He does that for a lot of people. And I do feel privileged, and thank you again. Honored for that. Pretty cool, too. Cool posters and stuff like that. So we went and watched these cars. I got myself a sprint week in Indianapolis, well, Indiana. They raced 7 races in Indiana. All the tracks are in Indiana, what they race at. And I went to see them race. They were there with so these wingless sprints are also 410s, but they also had 305 sprint cars there too. And they one wrecked right in front of us. You go on my hello.
I have it
There is,
ready.
yes. So there's me and where the circle's at, me and Andy, and that's where the car was at the bottom. That's the same car, rolled over and landed on the fence and then bounced back over. You could tell on the bottom picture there's kind of a little bit of like a bend. That's where the car went. I'm very impressed of how that fence held that car, but it was a slow rollover and it bended like that. If it was fast, oh my gosh, that'd have been trouble. But it and all their big names there. Somehow I started talking. I just got the sniffles, but whatever. I got a poster of the guy who won the championship this year. Got a hat. Finally got a seat, one of those high school football seat cushions. Now it's gonna be inside this monster truck. I was using dog pads to help me up a little bit, protect my back and my back area a little bit, and so that's gonna help. But then the next day, went to see some tractor pulling in the morning, helped out with signups, but there was tractor pulling there. So we watched some tractor pulling. Our neighbors was there to pull. So a lot of motorsports going on. Then after I was done, I head over to the RC Fest and saw Brad do his car crush. Went around, helped out, give advice and stuff like that. And then Mike's son, Cody, drove the truck around. Finally, moved it around. Got used to what's going on. Very surreal moment. Took Cody a long time to finally get a chance to move a truck, and not just move the truck on tractor tires. He moved the truck on full-size tires. So that was pretty freaking cool. Adam McKenzie and all them hosted an awesome event there. RC Fest that was going on. So Brad finished up and stuff like that. And then Sunday, I was supposed to go to Richmond, Illinois. And then some scares going on that they were going to miss a truck. So we were on kind of back up. So I could have been to another monster truck show on Sunday. But he got there 20 minutes before showtime. It was public disturbance. They fixed him up. I just stayed home. And that was pretty much the awesome weekend that I had. I can't express enough how cool that was. Andy coming over, Mike giving the gifts. You're welcome. That's a big step. I mean, we all have been through it, and well, in the monster truck world itself, it's a very humbling experience, to say the least. And so this weekend we will be at Juliet, at Road 66. This time, Mark Hall and Kurt Kramer will be driving, and but the team will be all there. We're gonna treat it like a Monster Jam event. Everyone hands on deck. We'll be getting ready to do some fixing up and stuff like that because Juliet's crazy. And but for me, after that, we'll be changing the body on Hotzi Batcher Raminator. And then we'll be going to Princeton, Texas. It's like a town about 20 minutes south of San Antonio. Do a dealership display there. And then I have another show the week after that in Arkansas, Springdale, Arkansas, for the Insanity Tour. So that's going to be fun. It's actually a full-fledged Insanity Tour. There's going to be 6 trucks there and do the whole show and stuff like that. So I'm very excited about that. And, I mean, there's a lot of cool things happening right now. And, thank you for everyone that's joining the ride, you know what I mean? And go from there. But, this week was highs and lows, mostly as high as in temperature. If the temperature was like this week than it was last week, I would have loved it, but just the weather was really bad, and I'm now understanding all the scenarios and stuff like that, and I even dodged ice cream during lunch so I didn't have to feel sick, and still felt sick. I didn't have ice cream, but still felt sick. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the week, and uh, I learned a lot, and still learning. Always learn. So, and then oh yeah, in Denver blew a tire, two tires, and they were burning up because they lost AC in their rig. So Andy and Brad went ahead and got them some water, and then Andy kicked on the AC for them and stuff like that, and they made it too. So they broke some shocks and stuff like that, and um, but yeah, that is the excitement of this week. A lot of racing, four different forms of racing. I can't complain one bit. I wish I would have saw some the drag racing, but I'm okay with some road course racing, dirt track racing, monster trucks, and tractor pulling. So I'm okay with that.
Sounds like a good week ad.
Yes, indeed. I noticed now your collection's starting to grow more. You got the John Force car, you got the black on black Bigfoot.
Yeah, and I have a whole bunch more stuff here. It's eventually I'll have more. The John Forrest thing, I have like these little ones here too of his 25th, 50th, 75th, and 100th win. It's a Mac tool set that I have. So, I got basically the Pontiac and the Mustang version.
Nice. Hey, by the way, we forgot to thank people. So once again, thank High Octane Coffee, J Concepts. Also, if you can, hey Dad, how you doing? If you can, go watch some Monster Truck Attitude on Facebook, on YouTube. Home of Tuesday Night SmackDown and Thursday Night Thunder. This week is this Tuesday right now is it's on YouTube as of right now. Tuesday Night Smashdown. Go watch that stuff. Steve and them do an awesome job of showing some die-cast downhill monster truck racing. jconcepts.net. Go take a look at them. They do RC bodies, officially licensed. They do USA 1, Bigfoot, tires galore. I'm sponsored by them. Thank you for what they do, J Concepts. JB Scale Graphics, what you need for your RC, and also wraps. They wrap my helmet too. If you would take a look at my helmet, that's made by JB Scale Graphics. Take a look at their stuff too. Let's see here. Mark Warner, MW1 Entertainment. They just got done doing a show in Pocatello, Idaho. I think he's doing some in Virginia or Maryland. Be look out for that too for Mark Warner. 6B Apparel. We have hoodies and crew shirts, $100 a pop. We have the old gen and the new gen, new vibe, old vibe. Go take a look at that stuff. Message me or Brad for those deals. And also Justin Stories, Making Tracks. Thank you again. He helped us with our sponsorship again for another year. Brad, you can get this on Amazon.com. Facebook, message him, and then I guess it's on audio too.
It's on C Nova Comics, I believe.
Okay.
So check that out. It's an awesome book, and Justin's a great guy. Gotten to talk to him a couple times on Facebook, and he's a great dude. And also Hall Brothers Racing. They sponsor Decals, and then they go to our on our monster trucks and stuff like that. So they help out. And again, new order. Just ran out of orders. Gave them to Brad. Oh, kind of funny thing. I was playing rigs and rods last night, and I noticed on one of the DCT trucks, I zoomed in like, wait a minute, they put a little Chris this sticker on one of the trucks and rigs and rods.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I forget which truck it's on, but I'm like, wait a second.
It's on Dirt Crew.
Yeah. So yeah, it's on the virtual Dirt Crew as well.
That's cool. Didn't know about that. Well, thank you, Jerry, and your team for all the support and stuff like that. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. and Nick Davis and Back Channel Productions. He's been doing a little bit of a mud racing run lately, but that's cool seeing him bring back kind of like the Diamond P Motorsports vibes and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I really think that's pretty cool. So go watch his stuff, Back Channel Productions. And also MTRC, Colby Marshall, the guy from Monster Block, who does our intro, does some cool nostalgia, old school, new school RC monster truck racing. Uh, what a cool cat, and really helps out with the toughest monster truck tour also. What we have in the ticker right there is also our spread shop, my spread shop. It's been 2 years since Brad actually made anything, and he always promises us there's going to be some new stuff out, but man, he has been busy. So when he has time to do stuff, he'll try to get something going on. But right now, folks, it's going to be a little bit of a holding pattern. But please support us and everything like that on this website to get us our merch and stuff like that. And as soon as Brad gets, he'll get work done when it's raining, and go from there. But
I can talk about that a little bit. What I've been up to. A couple weeks ago, I started a new job, working in the oil fields here in Alberta for my dad. With my dad, I'm his co-pilot. His swamper. So, I'm rigging because we run a 40-ton crane. I'm working hard. Like, I have some pictures here I brought up. This is a couple days last week. We were trading some work for some, they call them Lego blocks, like giant concrete blocks. So putting a concrete barrel thing on a truck. So that's kind of a close up. And then that's kind of the situation, what we do. So it's pretty intense. I work sometimes 13 hours a day, 11 hours a day. So that's kind of been taking up my time, but it's worth it. You can see I'm sunburned all the heck, even sunburned out. Like you can see, I'm doing the best I can. It's hard work, but hey, it's rewarding.
So if you shave your mustache, would that be just white?
Probably, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not shaving the stash. I got to keep everything else clean shaven, but not the stash. But let's
challenge him for a challenge. Let's see here. If Emmington wins the Stanley Cup next year, you keep the stash.
I'll try.
I'm just kidding. If Edmonton wins, you have to shave.
But it's a rewarding job. It's hard work, hardest work I've ever done. But I'm learning from one of the best. My dad's well known in this area for his insane skills with the picker. With the cranes, and there's going to be times, guys, where I'm not on the show. There's going to be times where I'm still at work. But we'll get it figured out, and with the designs, they'll come in time. When I have rainy days, I get to work on stuff. That might be tomorrow. I might be out of some time to work on stuff, but it's let's just say I'm going to be able to afford to go to the Hall of Fame, not this year, but next year. I'll be able to finally afford it. My plan right now is Los Angeles World Finals, May. I'm there because that is the slow season for me. Because in winter, it's the busy season. From April to May, it's dead because everything's melting. So I can't work. It's too muddy. So my parents are going on a vacation around the same time. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to the World Finals. I'm finally going to do it. And then next year, Hall of Fame. It is happening. And it'll be the first time that Brad invades the Hall of Fame. And I cannot wait. Luke, thank you, dude. That means a lot. It's been a struggle. I'll be honest. Last couple of months has been rough for me, but I'm getting back to it and, working my ass off, and things are getting better, and having a guy like you, Cheech, my family, everybody supporting me, like it means the world to me. So it's, it's time to nut up or shut up. And, I'm doing it. So, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on with the old monster truck Canucker here, and hoping I know there's some shows around me, just depending on work. I'm hoping to be there. Throwdown Edmonton, end of the month. I'm hoping. It might happen. Who knows? Maybe for one day, but hoping to get some more shows, because going to one show for the Monster Jam in Edmonton wasn't enough. It's that just as soon as that smell of the methanol hits your nose, you're just like, yep, I need more of this.
Yeah, I haven't been to a show quite some time yet, so I need to go one. I'm long overdue.
Yep, you're overdue, Cheech. You need to go.
I'm long overdue to watch a show. Did you hear why I said watch?
Yeah, I know.
But there is going to be a show August 10th, but I'll be on my way to Texas. I guess the State Fair of Illinois will have a monster truck show there if anyone wants to take a look at that, the MOD tour. So go check that out. I know Brad will be there with Against the Grain. So show him some love. Head over there. Mike probably will be there too. So Illinois, August 10th, Illinois State Fair, Springfield, Illinois. Monster trucks will be there. So go take a look at that. But like I said, me and my team this weekend will be in Joliet. That's right outside Chicago, Route 66 Raceway, the dirt track of Route 66. So we'll be there for some monster trucks. Saturday at 7, and I think Sunday at 4. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Anything else for you, Brad?
No, just check up on your friends and family, guys. Mental health is important. Same as physical health. I'm learning that. I've lost about 15-ish pounds in 2 weeks. So I went from 360 pounds to 347.2. So, trying to also learn how to stay hydrated out there. And, it's just check up on your friends and family, guys. Mental health is a huge thing. If you're struggling, reach out to me, reach out to Cheech, reach out to anybody. You're not in this alone. And I've learned that over the last couple of years. And, we want you here on this earth. We want you here and going to more badass monster truck shows and supporting your favorite teams. And,
Yes.
It's important, and, you're not alone in the fight, and we're there with you. So, any idea who we have on next week there, Mr. Cheech, or is it kind of TBA? I did not give you control.
What? I gotta quit before we get copyrighted.
I know, we'll get copyrighted for that again. We need to make our own song.
Yeah.
I got drums. I can do the drum part.
One more time.
I couldn't hear anything that you just said.
I said I'll stop at the first United States Hot Rod logo, and the second scene in the music video is a sled with the United States Hot Rod logo.
I want a loop of like a loop of Sergeant Slaughter playing the Budweiser guitar and just fake guitar, because that part's just priceless to me.
Okay,
yes!
So vote. Before we signed off, should we just play the whole thing?
Okay, let me just say this first. He could have mimicked better. Okay, he's not even doing the strumming pattern. He could have mimicked it better than that.
But I really like that guitar.
Trust me, that Budweiser guitar, that is sick.
That is. So
you know what? Let's just say screw it and play it to end it. Let's just.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. But you guys want to just be the play it?
I'd win all day. I'd win all day. Yes, Cheech might have a little bit more driving experience, but I'm stupid, and I would just put it to the floor and see what would happen,
The
okay?
win will be me. Why? Because what just Brad just said, and the last thing I'm gonna do is load out in the trailer while Brad's fixing his shit. I'm heading home.
If you
That's a
ain't
win.
first, you're last.
Doesn't bother me. Me and you have the same paycheck. If we do a monster truck show, there ain't first place bets. A win is when that truck loads up and goes to the next show to make more money. So,
True.
Brad, yeah, you go ahead. You hammer down. Do what you need to do.
Do it for Dale, brother.
I'm going to win because I am going to win. Plus, a race truck's completely different than a ride truck.
True.
You'll be surprised. You'll be like, holy shnikes. So, yeah, you win the race. I'll give you that.
If I could pick one truck to drive, that's a loaded question right there. Oh God.
The question is, what time frame? Are we talking about racing only, or we're gonna do freestyle?
Okay,
Pick.
I'm going 2000s. Digger 7.
I'll race you. I raise ya. 1991 Barefoot Racer.
I just want to do a freaking like power wheelie or slap wheelie. That's all I want to do in a truck. Okay, I'm manifesting this out there. The only thing I would want to do in a monster truck, if I had the chance to drive, is a freaking slap wheelie, because slap wheelies are badass. Okay, more slap wheelies, less of this.
All I know is this: that if I had that Barefoot truck, there's no way you can beat me. No way. If that Barefoot truck lands on the ground and have that, like I could pick later on that same truck in '94, Jason Childress. That's that Barefoot up in there. I would pick that. How about old school trucks? Everyone say
I'm going Bigfoot. I'm going Bigfoot 4. Bigfoot 4.
You say Bigfoot 4?
Yeah.
You know, for me, with you know what? Hey, Mike Evans Excalibur. Old school truck for me.
While you think, I gotta say this: moonwalks, all that overrated. Bring back slap wheelies and sky wheelies. That's all. Shot for president. That's my campaign. Slap wheelies for all.
See, back in the day,
You know what? I know the truck that you would choose. Freaking Rambo.
Yeah, but Rambo was more popular in the mid '90s, doing the Thunder National stuff.
But it's still technically an old school truck.
Yeah, I would say Rambo. Either that or First Blood.
Ooh, good choice.
First Blood or the four-wheel crazy Ranger. The more and more I watch, the more consistent First Blood and four-wheel crazy was back in the day. They weren't the fastest or the most technologically advanced trucks, but they were always in the semifinals or finals in racing, no matter what they were on television, stuff like that. Yeah, they got beat by the highly advanced trucks, but compared to the other old school Leafers that they were raced against, they're ahead of it. They were good. I would say Excalibur, but Excalibur was down on a motor. Didn't have that big bad motor that the other trucks had. If it did, it would have been just as good, I think.
Okay, I'm changing from Digger 7. I'm going to change it. I just thought about it. I'm going Wildfoot.
So Bigfoot 11.
Bigfoot 11. I'm going Bigfoot 11.
With the cantilevers.
With the cantilevers. Because that truck was amazing in that time period. And, like Bigfoot was dominant in that era, but still, slap wheelies, more slap wheelies. Tired of all the moonwalks. It's impressive, but slap wheelies, man.
All right, guys. Brad's getting his thing. Let's watch this video.